Oh, gosh. Hello there. My name is Andy and I am a Blake 7 fan. As part of the Brit Sci-Fi Festival this weekend, I would like to try and bring you a little bit of Blake to add to the festivities. Blake 7 was the science fiction series created by Terry Nation and was produced by the BBC. 4 series were broadcast between 1978 and 1981, and this year marks the 40th anniversary of the dramatic ending of the series. Blake 7 was an exciting and groundbreaking show following the adventures of a band of criminals, rebels and outcasts who were thrown together by fate but stayed together for the need to survive. That is, until they come in possession of the super starship, the Liberator. They then begin a crusade against the oppressive regime of the Federation, led by a woman called Serverland, played by Jacqueline Pearce, rather brilliantly. The crew is initially led by Rog Blake, played by Gareth Thomas, but Blake vanishes during a massive intergalactic war, and Kurt Avon, played by Paul Darrow, has to rather reluctantly take over the reins of command. If you haven't seen the series, I can highly recommend you give it a try. I don't think you'll regret it. I've been a fan of the series since the very beginning, and I was very happy to discover there are many like-minded people. One such group of fans, of which I am a member, are collectively known as Team Blake. We've been supporting other people's events, sci-fi events over the years, including a couple of Brit Sci-Fi festivals. We organise our own events where we raise money for charity. We aim to use our love of the show combined with having fun and raising money for good causes. We're able to do this with the support of the fans literally around the world and the wonderful cast and crew of Blake 7. Blake 7 fans are blessed, not only with having such a great series to appreciate, but a cast and crew who are genuinely the nicest and most supportive people you could ever wish for. All have been so kind to Team Blake and supportive over their efforts over the years. It has been truly humbling. In fact, let me show you a brief snapshot of the sort of things that Team Blake has been up to over the last few years. While you're watching that, I'm going to try and figure out where this bit goes on this. I'm rather hoping the answer will be in this. Enjoy the video. Hope you enjoyed that. As part of the events that we do for ourselves, and when we put them on for other people, we like to put on an exhibition. It seems to be a highlight. The exhibition will consist of props, costumes and models, predominantly ones that were used in the show, worn by the actors or seen on the screen. There'll be several replica props and models as well, but for the most part the costumes are the ones worn by the actors, and the props and the models are the ones you actually see on screen and were used in the filming. This is made possible by the collaborative effort of other members of Team Blake, fans and members of the cast and crew who are prepared to lend us their items to put on these exhibitions. We can't actually do that today, so what we've done is we've prepared a video of past events where these things have been put on display. Hopefully it'll be the next best thing. Anyway, prepared the video. Let's play it. Hope you enjoy. 4 Aurochs all together. What could possibly go wrong? The Season 4 title sequence design sketches by Doug Bird and ultimately produced by Dick Bailey. This amazing 3-foot replica of the Liberator was built by fellow Team Blake member Phil Stevens. Hi Phil. Original Liberator blueprint designed and drawn by Roger Murray Leach. Hi Roger. The model itself was built by Space Models of Feltham, and Simon Atkinson was on that team. Hi Simon. Simon was also responsible for building the first spacecraft we see in the series, the prison ship London. Some system chasecraft, the original Auroch prop as built by Andy Lazelle, a Federation pursuit ship built by Martin Bauer, a vac-form version for exploding and visual effects sequences, a few hand props, the Liberator as last seen in Terminal, the Atlas shuttle featured in A Voice from the Past. These props and models are still around for us to enjoy today. Yes, even the infamous hairdryer ship, due to the sterling efforts of Matt Irvin. Hiya Matt. Matt was a visual effects designer on Series 1 and 2 of Blake 7, and he saved many of these items from being thrown away after filming. Here we see the Liberator set with Matt on the right, Andy Lazelle in the middle, and Ian Scoos on the left. Some mysterious grey boxes. We'll see some more of those later. Props from Star Drive, Blake's flyer, seen in the last story, the shuttle from the story Orbit. The flyer model was built by Bill Pearson, who built many of the ships for the series, including the Space Princess and the yellow FT-7 ship seen here. Can you spot the disposable Razorhead? The Orbit shuttle was built by Ron Thornton. Ron was also responsible for building all the Scorpio models for Series 4. Here he is on the right. Ron went on to work in the US after Blake 7 on programs such as Babylon 5. Scorpio clip gun and teleport bracelets, now made from metal, as the earlier props made from plastic broke easily. Blake's bounty hunter gun, the Star Drive prop from Star Drive. Various hand props and design drawings from the series. Scorpio clip gun was designed by Jim Francis, and it was obviously influenced by the Star Wars movies. A scale model of a space rat. There wasn't a great deal of merchandise released at the time of the show's broadcast. However, over the years a fair amount has been produced. Posters, postcards, records, model kits, books, etc. A short-lived monthly magazine was produced by Marvel. Here are some studio plans, set models, scripts and production information. Original comic strip artwork from the monthly. The Blake 7 stories continue to this day with books and audio adventures from Big Finish Productions. Long may that continue. Here we have the Space Princess from Gold, built by Bill Pearson at the back of the table. A Federation Guard helmet. Now these were made from climbing helmets and T-strainers. Motorbike helmets were often used in Blake 7. Here we have a Space Rat helmet and a Scorpio rescue suit. Back to those grey boxes from earlier. Team Blake member Phil Stevens researched and constructed a full-size Liberator flight station. Absolutely stunning. A highlight at events, and members of the cast have often mistaken it as the real thing. Here we see Mike Keating reenacting his days on the Liberator. And some more of the cast. This was made as a Scorpio gun, but another design was chosen. Elements of it were used in Avon's rifle in the series finale. Some Federation guns from Series 4. We have an injector and communicator used in gold, starring Roy Kinnear. Three screen-used Aurochs. The one on the right is the original. The one in the middle is the baby Auroch from the story Gambit. And the one on the left is from the parody program Blake's Junction. Various spacecraft models from all 4 series. A toy stormtrooper gun from Star Wars was used to make Blake's bounty gun. And if you take 2 Morphy Richards hairdryers, attach 2 R2-D2 model heads to them, you end up with an Andromedan scout ship. Well now, who would use a weapon like this? At our events, we tried to collect as many of the original costumes together as we can, both main characters and the supporting roles. Many of the costumes were sold in the early 90s by the BBC at various auctions and are now in private hands. What has to be one of the largest collections of original Blake 7 costumes has been amassed by Team Blake member Gary Holland. Gary is seen here with Brian Lighthill, one of the Blake 7 directors. But he usually wears this costume. The lobster costume of Avon, the black dress worn by Sally Navette as Jenna in Gambit, Children of Auron costume, the brown corduroy costume of Avon's for Ultraworld, Muller's costume from Headhunter, and Vina's costume from the same story. Vina was played by Linda Bellingham. Keeler's costume from Gold, played by Roy Kinnear. Here's Avon's Sunburst costume. Villa's trousers, always a highlight. The costumes always look great together, and we hope that people enjoy seeing them up close. A lot of the costumes are now over 40 years old and are made of materials that need constant care and attention to preserve them. Gary does the bulk of this work himself. It's a worthwhile endeavour though to preserve these for future generations. Another setup of costumes. Villa's grey costume from Sarcophagus. There's a white costume with red stripes, an Arbiter from Death Watch. Then we have Jenna's burgundy costume. Provine's costume from Countdown, a brown Helot soldier. Avon's costume from Warlord. Dieter Tarren's costume from Death Watch. Here we have Blake's green jacket. In the centre is Koza's costume. Koza was played by John Bennett in the story Weapon. The costume is very intricate and has a really striking design to it. Federation Colonial uniform. And seen again in a lovely velvet type material from Horizon, Gan's jacket, played by David Jackson. Here we have a closer look at Avon's Sunburst costume, the silver detailing. Leather motorbike boots, what else for Avon? Here we have some of Serverland's dresses. Elegant, striking and deadly, just like the character. This Serverland dress was designed by June Hudson, one of the most prolific and talented costume designers to work on Blake 7. Many of her wonderful designs are featured in this video. June has always been such a strong and enthusiastic supporter of Team Blake, for which we are truly grateful. Here are some more of her costume designs. Continuity Polaroids. They give a great insight into the production of Blake 7, and we are very lucky to be able to display these rare items. We are so lucky to be supported by so many. These fantastic Federation guards are always on hand to help with security. At an event in the memory of Jacqueline Pierce, we were very pleased to have several of her iconic costumes on display, all together. Some other costumes featured are from Gold, Gold again there, the ZVP costume. A Mutoid costume. Here we have the silver Avon leather top, very fine costume. Anna Grant's grey costume from Rumours of Death, a silver and red Federation guard from Terminal. And we have Koza's costume from the story Weapon, and here we have the weapon, the Imipat. Avon's iconic dark blue leather costume with the studs. Well, we hope you enjoyed that. We at Team Blake really enjoy putting those exhibitions together, and we hope you've enjoyed watching a small video of some of the things we put on in the past. I think that brings Team Blake's Blake 7 segment of the Brit Sci-Fi Festival to an end. I hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you're enjoying the rest of the festival and your weekend. Take care. If you've enjoyed what you've seen during our segment and you feel so inclined, we support Mary Curie, Alzheimer's Research UK, and our next chosen charity to support will be the Dogs Trust, as requested by Paul Darrow. If you feel so inclined and you have a few credits to spare, I'm sure they'd really appreciate a donation. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying the rest of your Brit Sci-Fi weekend. And until the next time, keep watching Blake 7. Bye-bye.